Well, this is a short introduction to the Pilgrimage of Grace, and this is found in the topic Power and the People for AQA GCSE History. In some ways, this particular topic on the Pilgrimage of Grace is a complete failure. Nothing is achieved by it, and it seems that in some ways it could have slipped into the annals of insignificance. However, it was potentially the most serious threat to the royal authority in the Middle Ages. It starts with Henry VIII's desire to break from Rome in order to have an annulment of his marriage to Catherine of Aragon, because he desires a male heir and he wants to marry Anne Boleyn. This break from Rome is accompanied by the dissolution of the monasteries under Thomas Cromwell. And these two events, plus high taxation and a sense of poor governance in the north, led to a rebellion, first in Lincolnshire and then in the northern counties. This rebellion was eventually led by Robert Ascey. When they had 50,000 men under arms, facing the Duke of Norfolk's 5,000 men, the Duke of Norfolk decided not to fight, but instead negotiate, and invited Robert Ascey to come to be with Henry VIII for Christmas. The implication was that Henry VIII was open to their suggestions. However, as soon as there was another rebellion taking place, Henry VIII cracked down on the original leaders and had them executed. The interesting thing about this whole period of time actually lies in the fact that this break with Rome took place when in Europe there was a Reformation taking place. Now, Henry was not a Protestant and in fact wanted to maintain Catholic traditions and Catholic doctrine. However, the people who were, as it were, arranging this break with Rome, Thomas Cranmer and Thomas Cromwell, were both very much persuaded by the Protestant theology and discussions in Europe. And what they created was an environment that was very suitable for the Protestant thinking. And as a result, without Henry fully realizing it, a Protestant Reformation was taking place in the hearts and minds of many people, including his son, Edward, who has become Edward VI, who was himself launched the English Reformation when he came to the throne. One other interesting thing is that Thomas Cromwell used Parliament in a very significant way to make this break, and that gave Parliament a lot of credibility. Well, thank you for listening.